So welcome to class. It's wonderful to be here with all of you. With everything happening, this is a place where we can come, and my intention for this class is that you find a way to downshift your nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system means that our nervous system is sympathizing with us. Parasympathetic is the opposite. It means that we're shifting into that rest and digest mode. So if we've been in that fight, flight, freeze, fawn all week, this is a place to hopefully just shift the nervous system and reset. So everybody find a tall seat. It could be blocks underneath your bum, could be just where you're seated. And everyone try this. Lean forward and then lean over your right hip and shift your left butt cheek back, maybe even pull it out. And then lean over the left leg and pull out the right butt cheek. So that way your weight is sitting forward on the front of your pelvis and you're not sitting with a hunched back. So you're sitting up tall, really nice. Lift your shoulders up, roll them back, and then down. Do that again. Lift them up, roll them back, and then down one more time. Lift them up, back, and down. Good. Sit up tall. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Palms up, palms down, whatever feels free of distraction. We've been starting every class with 4 exercises that help us make that initial shift from sympathetic into parasympathetic. So we'll start with our sighing practice. It's really simple. You take a breath in through your nose and you sigh it out of your mouth audibly. So you're making an audible sighing sound. And the idea is to lengthen the exhale, to make the exhale as long as you can, but also to make that audible sound. So it sounds something like breath in, ha. Do that 5 to 10 more times. We're not doing it in unison. You're just doing it at a pace that works for you. Breath in, ha, 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 ha. 2 to 3 more. Ha, ha. Maybe one more. Ha. Sit and notice how you feel. Notice if any shift occurred or not. But it's important that you notice when things start to move and shift so that you can recognize when those things happen. Consider this a practice of noticing. Take a soft breath in and a slow breath out. Next, we'll do another breathing exercise. This is called square breathing. The idea behind square breathing is that you're keeping your breath in a pattern that creates a box, 4 even sides. So for the inhale, you breathe in for 4, you hold the breath for 4, you breathe out for 4, and you hold on empty for 4. We'll do 5 rounds. I will keep count. I'll also keep count of the 4 count, and all you have to do is breathe. So take a normal breath in, a normal full breath out, empty completely, and we'll begin. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Normal breath. And notice how you feel. Just sit with it. Be present to the experience of your physical body. Notice yourself. Next, we'll do a little marma therapy. Marma points are the Ayurvedic version of acupressure points. They're centers on our body that have energetic movement. So start by rubbing your hands together just to create a little bit of warmth. Place your left hand over the center of your chest and your right hand at the top of your head, your palm right where the swirl of hair is. And just let your fingers be soft. If there's a ponytail or a bun on the top of your head, you can just rest your hand on top. But you're just creating a little gentle pressure on the chest and on the top of the head. And the energy moves from the right hand into the left. So we're sending energy from the right into the left. And just gentle breath. Now the left hand stays over the center of the chest. The right hand moves to the forehead. So your palm is right over the third eye center and your fingers just gently rest on top of your head. Sending from the right into the left. Notice if you feel any little tingle in your hands or your head. You're just moving energy. The left hand stays over the center of the chest, and now the right hand goes on top of the left. So one hand pressed on the other. That little pressure right at the center of your chest, sending from the right into the left. Breathe into your hands. And now we'll move both hands. The left hand goes down first over your belly button. The right hand goes on top. Sending from the right into the left. And now the right hand moves down about 2 or 3 inches right over the bladder. Your left hand comes around behind you, and you'll put your palm right around your tailbone. So you're holding yourself in between both hands, over the bladder, over the tailbone. Send from the right into the left. And now we'll do our gratitude practice. Bring your hands in front of you. Make wisdom mudra with your right hand. That's thumb and forefinger touch. Your other three fingers are open, and you just rest the back of your hand on your thigh. Your right hand, take your middle finger, put it right over that top lip, and put a little bit of pressure. And then we create the mudra we call a smile. Lift the corners of your mouth and smile on your body. You're sending gratitude into yourself. Your body rallies for you every day. So smile on your cells and organs and send that gratitude inward. Take a breath in, a breath out. Let both hands rest on your thighs, palms up or palms down. We'll finish with our elemental meditation. You can keep your eyes closed if that's comfortable, or you can set your eyes on one unmoving point, either on the floor or somewhere on the wall. Just set your eyes somewhere that keeps them free of distraction. Imagine that you are sitting on a mound of rich red earth. You allow your hips to become heavy, and this magenta red earth comes up to hold you. You become an empty vessel, and you call this red mineral rich red earth into your body for 3 breaths. You thank the earth, and you put it back. Still sitting on your mound of rich mineral red earth, now surrounded by a swirl of sparkling, nourishing blue water. You become an empty vessel, and you call this nourishing blue water into your body for 3 breaths. You thank the water, and you put it back. Still sitting on your mound of rich red earth, surrounded by circling, nourishing blue water, and now surrounded by a wall of golden yellow fire. You become an empty vessel, and you call this golden yellow fire into your body for 3 breaths. You thank the fire, and you put it back. Still sitting on your mound of rich red earth, surrounded by circling, nourishing blue water, surrounded by a wall of golden yellow fire, and now covered in a dome of sparkling white air. And when the sun shines, the air sparkles like diamonds. You become an empty vessel, and you call this sparkling white air into your body for 3 breaths. You thank the air, and you put it back. And our final element is ether. We don't call the ether into our body because we are made up of mostly ether. The ether is the space. So we think the space. Take a long, slow breath in and a slow breath out. Reach your arms up over your head. Take a full stretch. Interlace all 10 fingers. Flip your palms to the ceiling. Press your palms up. Root your sitting bones into the earth. We'll take a twist from here. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Bring your right fingertips behind you. Make a tent with your fingers to lift yourself up. And then start to turn your torso in the direction of your left shoulder. I'm sorry, your right shoulder. Yeah, there you go. You had it right, Jenny. Sit up tall. Keep the torso twist. Turn your chin to face the front. Reach both arms back up overhead. Twist in the opposite direction, this time right hand to left thigh, left fingertips tent behind you. Lift the crown of your head up, sit tall. Keep the twist in your torso, turn only your chin to face forward. Both arms come back up. We'll do this a few times with breath. Inhale. Twist to the right, exhale. Arms up, inhale. Twist left, exhale. Arms up, inhale. Twist left. Arms up, inhale. In the opposite. One more set, arms up. Twist right. Arms up. Twist left. Bring both arms back up. Take a breath. Hands to thighs. Start to move your torso in some circles. It doesn't matter which direction. You're just moving your torso like a churning action, just moving in circles. You can involve your neck and your shoulders. You can make these circles as big or as slow. Imagine that you were a spatula scooping the edges of a really big bowl. And when it feels like a natural thing to do, you can move into a different direction. You can change the movement in any way that feels intuitive. Notice where you're creating sensation in your body. Take a couple more circles. Make your way to lie down on your back. So if you have blocks underneath you, you can take those out first. Make your way to lie down. If it feels okay to have your legs forward, you can do that. You can also put your feet on the mat. Arms can rest on your belly or arms can rest by your sides. If it feels like the right thing to do to close your eyes, you can do that, or you can set your eyes on the ceiling. Continue that easy flow of breath. Breath in and breath out. That's the most important thing we're doing in this practice, is that we're bringing awareness to a very normal bodily function, something our bodies can do all on its own. But we have this ability to tap in and to bring intention behind this process, to do it on purpose, to do it thoughtfully. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. Reach for your strap. Put your left foot on the floor so that your foot is grounded, and then pull your right knee to your chest and put that strap around your shin. And then use that strap to gently pull your knee towards your armpit. And if you don't need the strap, you can just put your hands around your knee and pull your knee towards your armpit. The strap is there if there's any resistance or any friction. You can point and flex your right foot, circle the ankle. Anytime it feels like the right thing to take natural, organic movement, do that. And if you're ever doing this practice at home and you don't have a strap, you can use a towel, a blanket, anything you have sitting next to you, a sweatshirt. Now you'll move that strap around your foot. So you'll put the strap around your right foot so that one end of the strap is in each of your hands. And you'll gently draw your thigh towards your chest. So you're pulling your leg a little bit more towards you. Yep, straighten your leg just like that and just gently draw your leg towards you. Your left foot can stay on the floor, but you always have the freedom to straighten your leg a little bit, to take it a little bit further away from you. The further away from you that you move your left foot, the more sensation you're going to create. So it's really just about how much sensation you want and how much sensation you can maintain with your breath. Never go further than your breath can take you. Now from here, both ends of the strap go into your right hand. Take your left hand and put it on top of the left side of your pelvis. This is just a guiding hand. Yeah, this is just to keep an awareness of where your hip is in space, and start to take your right leg out to the right. And if you notice that your left hip wants to creep up off the mat, just gently smooth that hip down with your left hand, and it might mean that you've gone too far. Just like that. Full breath in. Slow breath out. Pull your leg back to the center. Keep the strap around your foot. Put the strap now into your left hand. Now your right hand becomes the guiding hand. Just place that right hand over the right side of your pelvis. Begin to take your right leg over to the left. And if you notice that your hip wants to come up, just gently bring that hand down, just as a reminder to keep your hip down on the mat. And if you have to lift up your hip in order to get there, you may have gone too far. It's really not about how big the movement is, it's about the sensation. Full breath in, slow breath out. Bring your foot back to center. Keep the strap around your foot. Half happy baby. So put the strap into your right hand. Bend your knee towards the floor. Good. Just like that. Breath in, breath out. Remove the strap from your right foot. Put both feet on the floor. Windshield wipe your knees from side to side in unison, one direction then the other, just to break up any lingering sensation. And now we'll do all of that on the other side. Right foot stays on the floor. You can take the strap and put it around your left shin and pull your left knee towards your armpit. You can also interlace your fingers around your kneecap or your shin and draw your knee towards your armpit. And then if you want more sensation, you start to slide your foot away from you. If you want less sensation, you keep that foot a little bit closer towards your body. And if you want to point and flex your left foot, any natural movement, even if you want to rock with your leg a little bit, this is about finding what works for you. Breath in, breath out. Now the strap goes around your left foot. Start with one end of the strap in each of your hands. Your leg is straight and the strap is around your foot like a stirrup. And you'll start to just gently pull your thigh towards your chest. And you might feel this down the whole back of your leg, maybe even into your butt cheek. If you ever feel sensations in your joints that feel sharp, electric, hot, or you see the color red, that is an immediate signal from your body to stop what you're doing immediately. Immediately no. But as long as you're feeling a stretch in the belly of the muscle, even if it feels intense, we're learning how to discern between the sensations that hurt and the sensations that help. So it's okay if it's intense. It's just, where are you experiencing the intensity? Now, both edges of the strap go into your left hand. Your right hand is your guiding hand. It goes on the front side of your pelvis. So that's the top. And you start to take that left leg out to the side. If you start to notice your right hip wants to come with, just gently use the hand to remind that hip to come back down a little bit. Steady stream of breath. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Left leg comes back to center. Now the strap goes into your right hand. Your left hand becomes your guiding hand, so that will go on the front side of your pelvis. Begin to take your left leg over to the right. And if your left hip wants to come with, then back off a little bit. You're generating the stretch in the outside edge of your left leg. Again, might go into your butt. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Leg comes back to center. We'll move into that half happy baby. You'll bend your knee, flex your foot. What happens if we lift this leg up? Yeah, how's that? Better? Breath in, breath out. Both feet come back to the floor. Windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Now we'll create a reclined figure four. Place your right ankle over your left knee or thigh. Right ankle comes over the left knee or thigh. And then flex your foot. Good. You have the option to stay here. This is a great place to stay. You also have the option to float your left foot off the floor, and you can draw your fingers around your left thigh and pull it towards you. You can also use a strap for that. Blocks under the left foot are also an option. Rocking from side to side, any additional movement that feels natural. This is really a place to express yourself, to find what works, and to not sweat about what doesn't work or take it personal. Your body can do what your body can do, and sometimes that changes from day to day. And now we'll turn this figure four into a twist. So keep your ankle on your knee, open your arms into a T, and start to turn over to the left until your right foot lands on the floor, just like that. And if it feels like really a stretch to get your right foot to touch the floor, again, that's where a block could go. Think of the blocks as a way of bringing the floor closer to you. If you ever notice that you want to just fall asleep, do it. We're here for about another minute. Full breath in, slow breath out. We'll take a counter twist. So keep your ankle on your knee, roll yourself back to center, and take everything over to the right. So you're just landing it over in the opposite direction, just as a counter twist. So in this case, the inside of your left foot is touching the floor and the edge of your foot might be rolling off, and that's totally okay. And we're not here for as long. Breath in, breath out. Roll everything back to center. Pull your knees to your chest. Put one hand on each knee and just roll around in one direction and the other. And then we'll take the same thing on the other side. Right foot lands to the floor. Left ankle crosses over the knee. Flex your foot. You can stay on the floor or you can float your leg off the floor. Interlace your fingers or a strap around your right thigh and gently pull the whole thing towards you. We're here for about one more minute. From here, we'll take this into the twist, roll over to the right until your left foot lands, arms open. Maybe you look to the left, or maybe you don't. Find what works for you and be unapologetic about that. We're here for about another minute. Stay for another breath in, a full breath out. Same ankle, same knee. Roll everything back to center and take your counter twist. Your hips just roll all the way over to the right. We're not here for as long. One more breath in. Slow breath out. Roll everything back to the center. Pull both knees to your chest. Option to take happy baby this time. Reach for the outer edges of your feet, your shins, or your knees. You can even use a strap by putting the strap across both feet and then opening your feet wide. Bend your knees. Just roll around a little bit from side to side. Make your way up to a seat with your legs open wide in the shape of a V. Take your right hand, put it underneath your right butt cheek, pull your butt cheek out and lean forward. Take your left hand underneath your left butt cheek, pull your left butt cheek out and lean forward. Take two blocks, put them in front of you, about shoulder width apart. Put your hands on the blocks and start by just leaning forward. This might be plenty of sensation for you. For some people, coming down to forearms. For other people, you can put the blocks on the tallest setting, put your elbows on the blocks, touch palms, and fingertips point towards the ceiling. Another option is to take the blocks, put them on the lowest setting, or to take the blocks out completely. Everyone try this. Lift the center of your chest up. Yeah, there you go. Remember that hunching back? We're not going to do that. We do that all day long. So keep the chest up and lean forward with your chest, just like that. Might feel nice to wiggle from side to side. Remember, any type of movement that feels good. Things are different if you point your feet rather than flex your feet. So even notice how the positioning of your feet changes what you're experiencing. Keep that steady, easy stream of breath. We'll be here for about another minute. So you might notice if leaning in just a little bit further, a micro hair. Give yourself permission to change over the course of time incrementally. Just notice what shifts. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Make your way back up to neutral. We'll take this into a seated single leg extension. So start here. Take the blocks, frame your right knee on the second setting, pull your left foot in to your right thigh. And then you might put your hands on the blocks and lean forward, might be forearms. You might reach for your foot. You might back it up a little bit and reach for your shin. Just like that. Breath in, breath out. Keep your legs just as they are. Lift your chest back up to neutral. Put your left hand behind your left hip. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Bend your elbow until your right hand touches your back. Could be the top of your back or the center of your back. Press your bottom hand down. Point your elbow to the sky and open up. Breath in, breath out. Slowly unwind. Make your way back up, and we'll move into the other side. Left leg goes long, right leg pulls in. Frame your knee with your blocks. You can use your hands on the blocks, forearms, reach for your shin or your foot. Really depends. It might look different from what you did on the other side. Breath in, breath out. Keep your legs slowly come up. Right hand plants behind you. Left arm reaches up. Bend your elbow. Touch your back with your hand. Press your bottom hand down. Lift your elbow up and take this big side body stretch. Breath in, breath out. Slowly unwind, come back up. We'll move into some rounds of cat and cow. Make your way to your knees. There are options here. If you don't like being on your knees, you can stay on your bum and do the whole thing from the floor. You can also roll up your mat a couple of times to create additional padding for your knees. Start moving your body around. Gentle movement in your spine, your shoulders, your neck. You can take this down to your forearms. Other things to try, turning your fingers to face your knees. This creates interesting sensation in your forearms and your wrists. Other things to try, you can take one leg out to the side like a kickstand with your foot on the floor. And then I like to point my toes towards the ceiling. This just creates different sensation in the thigh and the butt. And then whatever you do to one side, just make sure you take time to do it on the other. If and when you feel like you've had enough, you want to be still again, you can come into child's pose or puppy pose. Puppy pose is just like child's pose, except you don't bring your booty back to your heels. You keep your butt up and you rest your forehead, maybe on your stacked hands, your forearms, or a block. Child's pose does not feel good for everyone. Breath in, breath out. Next, we'll move into supported fish pose. You can look up here and I will demonstrate what to do with the blocks, but I'll also just explain it. So you'll need 2 blocks for this one. The first block can go on the second setting, long way. Think hot dog style. The second block comes behind it. You're creating the shape of a T with the blocks. Think hamburger style on that back block. And then you'll come and bring your back to the blocks and you'll start to slowly lower yourself down. And that back block catches the top of your head and you open your arms up. Now, for some people, that feels terrible. So the other option is to take the blocks, put them on the first setting, about shoulder width apart, and land your shoulder blades on the tops of the block. So it looks like this, and you're doing the same exact thing. You're just giving yourself more support. Your legs forward. You can even take supine butterfly legs by bringing the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. Lots of options. And if you're ever doing this at home, you can even put pillows underneath you. Really anything just to elevate the chest and let the arms open passively. We're using gravity to just let the arms and chest open. Here for about another minute. Take a breath in, a slow breath out. To come out of this pose, bring your fingertips behind your head, roll your head up, and then make your way over to one side. Just roll over to one side so that you can take the blocks out. We'll move into waterfall pose. So put one block in each hand, put your feet on the floor, lie down, lift your hips up, and slide each of those blocks underneath you. It's not on your spine and it's not under your butt. It's right on that sacrum, right between that bony plate. If it doesn't feel good to have the blocks, you can do the same thing by just lifting your feet in the air. And then your arms can rest by your sides or you can take them behind you. Point and flex your feet, circle your ankles. You can open your legs wide. Anything fun that feels good here. Sometimes even bending the knees and just let your feet hang towards the floor. Whatever feels good. Other things that are fun to play with, you can put your feet on the floor and try sliding one foot forward and then sliding the other foot forward. Your heel stays on the floor and your toes point up towards the sky. We've got about 2 more minutes to play here. So let yourself vacillate between movements. Do whatever you like. Find the playfulness. One more minute. We'll meet together in Happy Baby. If you need another couple seconds on the block, take it. If you feel ready to come down, remove the block. Make your way into Happy Baby. Pull your knees to your chest. You can use your strap. You can reach for your feet or anything in between. We'll finish with one final twist. Pull your knees to your chest, open your arms up into a T, drop both of your knees over to the right, and if it feels okay, look to the left. Soft breath in, slow breath out. Pull your knees back to center, right into the other side. Left side twist. Soft inhale, slow exhale. Back to center, knees to chest. Hug yourself in one more time. Make your way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. A couple of things here. You can put blocks under your knees. That's a nice way to take Shavasana to give yourself support. You can starfish by taking your legs wide, your arms wide. Take up space. Another option is to roll over to one side or even come to your belly because it's not comfortable for everyone to lay on their back. So find a way to rest, the way that works for you. There is no wrong way to rest. The only wrong way is to not do it. Let your feet be heavy. Let your fingers go soft. Soften that little space between your eyebrows and allow your hips to be heavy. Imagine that mound of rich red earth coming up to hold you. Take a long, slow, easy breath in and a slow, easy breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Reach your arms behind you, point your toes for a full body stretch. Pull your knees to your chest, and if it's comfortable to you, roll over to your favorite side. Use your arm under your ear like a pillow. The invitation is to keep your eyes closed and to make your way up to an easy seat. And once you get there, let your hands rest on your thighs. Take this final moment of your practice and notice how you feel. You don't have to do anything or name it. Be in the practice of noticing. Press your palms together at the center of your chest. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Bow your head towards your heart. Find a moment of gratitude for yourself, for your practice, and for this community. In honor of each and every one of us, I bow to you, my friends, and I thank you for making it to your mat today. Take your time getting up.